To school at the Ontario College of Art and Design. I concentrated on communication and design, but I took a little bit of experimental sculpture as well. And then after that, I went to the Simon Fraser University, where I studied film for a couple of years. And then I guess for the last 20 odd years, I've been an advertising art director, full-time for most of that time, but then in the last 2 years I've been freelancing, which has been giving me more time to work on my visual art. I would say my work kind of falls into three major themes. The first theme is sort of where I started with my work was with painting, and I still do painting and drawing, and I would describe that as sort of self-portraiture, pretty autobiographical work. The second theme in my work is, I would say, the work that's informed by advertising. A lot of my photography is very iconic. I'll shoot against sort of stark white backgrounds or stark black backgrounds, and oftentimes the objects are centered in the middle of the frame. So very much a feeling of iconographic advertising. And then the third theme in my work is sort of reflects my fascination with urban, detritus, abandoned furniture. I've spent a good deal of time in back alleyways with a small handheld camera, taking pictures of waste and things that have been left out to be recycled or reclaimed. The Remain series, I think, ties back to both my interest in advertising as well as post-consumer waste, basically conflating ancient clay vessels and modern consumer packaging, so that at first glance it kind of looks like an old Egyptian artifact, but then on closer examination it's clear that it's a more contemporary vessel. I'm fascinated with the cycle of how products go from the consumer, they're on the shelves of supermarkets, and then they end up in the ground. And here, as they appear back in transit shelters, they come full circle. I'm sort of fascinated by the notion that artists and advertisers are often competing for the public's attention, and there's this sort of an irony in that this work will be actually directly in the advertising space. I'd say this work isn't meant to be heavy-handed by any means, and with my background in advertising, I'm not sort of outright sort of panning advertising and sort of our society, but there's definitely a hint at we better kind of wake up and pay a little closer attention to the harm we're doing to the planet.